And welcome out here to the Pizza Ranch as we are here with our Gillette Game Plan live here once again at the Pizza Ranch, a beautiful place to come get you some grub, some pizza, some salads. You're a vegetarian, you could come out here and get a salad while your carnivore friends eat some pizza and a whole bunch of other stuff. But you have plenty of time. You can come out to the Pizza Ranch. We're here with our softball coaches show today. With our first off, Campbell County, with Coach Haley Gray with us. And, Coach, it has been a hot minute since we've talked.
Yes.
At very beginning of the season, we talked, looked for the bright sides of what's coming here for Campbell County softball. You guys are undefeated, heading into the Battle of Gillette coming up on Friday. What are you seeing from this team?
The team has been just really, I guess, consistent this year, so that's been really good to see. We haven't had a whole lot of, I guess we have had a little ups and downs in games, but, just as far as overall, I feel like we've been pretty consistent, and that's been really good. And our sticks have been very consistent throughout the whole lineup, and Sadie's been doing a great job on the mound, so I just feel really, I knew this team was going to be good, and I knew that I knew it was going to be a good season, so we just keep talking to them about just keeping that momentum going and don't get complacent and just keep working hard and pretend like we're playing UCLA tomorrow. we gotta keep working hard because at this point in the season and just point in school, it's spring and you got just so much going on, proms coming up and everything. So we really just try to keep the girls like stay here, and not, just not lose focus of what our goals are. So
yeah, you guys were talking about prom just a little bit ago,
yes,
and trying to get all that stuff. When is prom? Is it next week?
Next Saturday.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yep.
It's already here.
I know the season is flying by, so it's crazy how quick it goes.
So what do you have to do as a coach? As you were talking about trying to keep the girls involved, making sure that, they're staying in the mindset of softball, have that one day of fun, and then you're right back to softball. How hard is it as a coach to really kind of push that?
It is hard. I tell everybody, spring coaches kind of get ripped off in that a little bit. It's just hard to keep the kids there, but I have a really great group, and we talk about it often. We have check-ins on the way to Jackson. I think we spent about 10 minutes per kid just talking to them individually, about the season and what they feel that they've contributed really well to the team and what they could work on. And we just talked also about how we need to stay locked in and how easy it is. And we kind of saw them sliding last week, in practice. They're just kind of it just kind of gets a little bit lazy, and things like that. And so we talked to every single one of them about we got to stay locked in, focused. It's easy to start losing focus at this time of the year. And so I think just having that in the forefront of their mind, knowing that, hey, we got to make sure we don't slip. So.
Let's talk some pitching. Sadie Cole, you kind of mentioned it a little bit. The way she's been playing, 64 strikeouts already. She finished off with 200-plus last year. She's already kind of on that track to get to even more than I think it was 250. But we also have Mercedes Luciano, Nevea, and then we also have Maddie Cohn that, they've been able to come up on the mound. What have you seen from just your pitching staff this year?
That's been really exciting this year. To have 4 pitchers, and we even are pretty deep on our JV side too. So if, anyone got in trouble, we even have girls on JV that can come up and throw. So that's been really awesome to have. And that's something we do kind of focus on in the off season and just making sure our pitchers are ready to go. Sadie's been doing a great job. She's hitting her spots way better than she has in the past. She's throwing hard. She's just consistently consistent right now, and that's good. Even last year, she wasn't as consistent as what she is right now. So as a pitching coach, when you're calling pitches and they're actually hitting the spots that you call, it's amazing. It's really good. And
Yeah.
for them pitchers to learn to trust us, before I think they just think, she was like, they're just calling the game, and I'm like, no, there's a purpose why we're calling what we're calling.
Yeah.
And so I think she's learning to trust us and learning to hit those spots that we're calling. And the freshman pitchers, they've been coming in and they've done. I think it was rough at first, because they're so used to being able just to blow it by people,
Right.
And now when you get to high school, you can't just throw it down the middle.
Yeah, no,
it's a lot more strategic than just being able to throw strikes. So they've done a really good job learning that and that learning curve. And just this last, Mercedes has been very consistent. She's been doing a great job. She's been put under some really pressure situations too. So I'm really proud of her stepping up for the team. And then, Vea, she throws really hard, but was kind of all over the place for a while. And we just been talking, like, hey, just go out there and throw hard, like she's overthinking and everything like that. So
Yeah.
Both of them had a really good showing in Jackson and did a great job and threw it in there and were hitting their spots and their changeups were killer. So it was really good. It was really good outing for those two, and it's good for the team to see, hey, when we do lose Zadie, because we can't hang on to her forever,
Right. Yeah.
that hey, we're going to be pretty dang competitive, still. So.
And that's always the big part is what is kind of looking for the future, because you got Sadie Cole now, but after the season it's already rebuild of what can you do next year. So when you do have these young talents that are able to step up in key situations, you're like, oh, I can rely on you here, and especially like if it comes down to a state tournament or a regional that comes up this year, you can trust them to get the job done that is needed.
Yep. No, I'm really excited about those, and all of our pitchers, and like I said, even at the JV level, we've got some girls that are throwing pretty good. So it's exciting to see, and I think that that's like we've talked before, pitching is a big deal. In softball.
It is. Yes, it is.
Baseball, all the boys learn up. They all grow up learning how to throw overhand. I mean, you could bring a kid in. Anybody can actually throw a ball over the plate. There's obviously kids that are better than others, but softball, there's a select few that can
actually
even know how to do it. I can't do it, so I can't throw it.
No?
Nope. I was a catcher and shortstop. So.
Yeah, no, it's definitely hard. I mean, I probably would throw it down to the ground, especially because I'm a bowler too. So instead of trying to throw it across the parade, I'd probably, try to knock down pins, in that area.
Mine always seem to go really far up in the air.
Yeah, no, it's crazy the amount of velocity that these pitchers can have, especially at a high school level. And then you look at the college level and how fast they also get, and then they also like pinpoint their accuracy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. I've been watching, my daughter's at MSUB, so I've been watching a lot of college ball as well, and so it's a game changer, being able to have good pitching. So yeah, and we focus so much on our team on hitting, like we just always have, and we just do. We focus every practice, on everything, but we definitely don't really take days off of hitting, and I think it shows. Our girls hit the ball. They hit the ball hard too.
No, that was my next point that I was going to bring up. Hitting wise, so far this year, you guys are hitting as a team 454, almost 500 on the year, which is super impressive. I feel like last year you guys were almost about that same mark as well, and it just kind of feels like it goes to show the amount of work that the juniors put in last year to now be seniors to show, hey, if we can really figure this out, we can be very dominant.
Oh yes, yep, it's huge, and we always tell them, like, if you can hit, if our team's hitting, then we can afford an error, we can afford, our pitcher giving up a home run, we can afford a bad call on the blue, with umpires, as long as we're putting runs on the board, then we're okay.
Absolutely.
So we always focus on that, and Our girls are really good hitters, and I mean 1 through 11 are good hitters. That's been awesome.
No, it's always good when you have hitters, you have pitching, and that's how you win games. A lot of times we saw the come from behind win against Sheridan. We've seen, obviously the throttlings of some of these other teams with like Jackson going out. And the hard part is going in to these games and knowing that, hey, we can win this game, but we got to keep our head on straight to keep this going, especially on an undefeated season situation, because it puts in a little bit more pressure.
Definitely some pressure it is. And that's why I just keep telling the girls, I'm like, hey, a loss might be coming our way, but let's just make sure it's not in postseason,
Absolutely.
Like, let's just
make sure it's not in the regular season first.
It might happen, and I won't be surprised when it happens. And, any team can beat any team any given day. So
absolutely.
You see how quickly softball can get away.
Yes.
There could be a lot of runs in an inning. So, I'm prepared if that happens. I obviously hope that it doesn't, but I'm prepared that if it does, that's okay. And if it happens, I hope it happens definitely so that we can learn from it. And but they're working hard. They're focused. They're not cocky or anything like that. I've never seen that really with them. So I think they know that they got to stay locked in and keep working very, very hard as you're playing the hardest team every single day. So
absolutely. Okay, well, speaking of working hard, we're going to talk with some hard workers coming up here in a moment. So tell us, who do we have here with us?
Okay, we have Maddie Muffy. She's a junior. Actually, you're all four. Caden Seminar. I should say Maddie Muffy. She plays third base for us. Caden Seminar. She kind of is a utility. Plays third base, catcher, outfield, all over the place for us. Cadence Smith. She plays second base and outfield for us. And Camille Pulliam. She's been catching pretty much.
Yeah, she's got the gold look. She's
been great behind the plate. Yeah, she's done such a good job. So she's been catching, and then she can also play some infield and outfield. So she's kind of utility as well. So
perfect.
And they're all great hitters. They're all very consistent, good hitters. That's been exciting. And Cadence, I'll tag on her a little bit because I've never really coached Cadence in the summer, and then the last 2 seasons she has been hurt. She got hurt during basketball season. So she's been out the last couple seasons. So this was the first season I really got to work a lot with her. And as a coach, you tell the kids, like, make it to where it's like you got to put you in the lineup, and she's done just that. I mean, she's on fire. She's hitting the ball. She's probably one of our absolute most consistent hitters right now. So she's done a good job kind of making that clear for me. Like, yep, you definitely belong in the lineup for sure.
That's awesome.
So that's been good to see.
Well, I love it. So we're going to talk with them when we come on back. We'll be right back here with more of the Gillette Game Plan live here at the Pizza Ranch.
Are you nervous about visiting the dentist? At Bighorn Dental Clinic, we understand, and we've got you covered with safe and effective IV sedation. Relax and let us take care of your smile while you stay calm and comfortable. Bighorn Dental Clinic. Professional service, personalized care.
Looking for a way to straighten your smile without the hassle of traditional braces? At Bighorn Dental Clinic, we're proud to offer Invisalign, the clear, comfortable, and effective solution to straightening your teeth. BighornDental.com.
Looking to control access to your property? Trust GateTech, your premier access control partner. With over 20 years of experience, GateTech offers custom-designed automated gates for sale or rent, backed by long-term service agreements. Whether it's industrial, commercial, or residential, we build systems that fit your needs and your budget. From simple remote entry to systems you can control from anywhere in the world, we've got you covered. Call 307-939-GATE or email gatetech@westernserviceswi.com.
Around here, the work starts early, and we wouldn't have it any other way. From lush green lawns in the summer to reliable snow removal in the winter, we're here year-round to keep your property looking its best.
At Strands Lawn Care, we take pride in every property we touch. From backyards to business fronts It's about more than landscaping for us. It's about helping our community look its best.
We're your neighbors. We shop at the same stores, our kids go to the same schools, and we treat every property like they're our own.
Because at the end of the day, this isn't just where we work, it's where we live.
Strands Lawn Care. Local people, lasting results.
Save locally at Trends Furniture.
They give a better deal on better quality. And sell at a better price. They give a better deal on better quality. So good, you gotta say them twice.
The Mattress Center at Trends Furniture is a place you can shop in peace. Our non-commissioned sales team is here to provide outstanding service to get you a better deal on a new mattress or adjustable base to help you feel rested and energized. Trends Furniture offers payment plans on major brands like Beauty Rest mattresses. To get the best prices and a great night's sleep tonight, visit locally owned Trends Furniture at 408 South Douglas Highway.
Listen up, folks. It's Kelly from TNT Guns and Ammo, where we've got more gear than a tackle box at a fishing convention. Oh, wait, we're not a fishing store. But whether you're prepping for hunting season or just like the smell of gunpowder in the morning, we've got you covered. Guns, ammo, reloading equipment, you bet. And don't forget our shooting range. It's open to the public and a perfect place to dial in before your big hunt. So grab your buddies, your boots, and your best aim and come see us today at TNT Guns and Ammo. We're 5 miles east of Wyandotte on Highway 51, and we're worth the drive.
When it comes to purchasing a new or pre-owned vehicle, White's Frontier Motors makes buying locally easy. Their lot is filled with only the best new Chevy and GMC vehicles. Or are you looking for pre-owned? White's Frontier Motors has you covered. They have a vehicle for every budget. Stop by 444 Skyline Drive or browse their inventory at whitesfrontier.com. Don't forget their $1,000 price match guarantee. White's Frontier Motors, proud supporter of our local businesses, students, and athletes. 682-8851.
Need a quick snack or drink while you refuel? Let's check it out. Welcome to Shell Food Mart, your convenient stop for fuel and food. Our employees don't just work here. They genuinely care about you and your needs. From finding the perfect product to giving helpful advice, our team goes the extra mile every single day. Looking for something tasty? Check out our favorite snacks and cold drinks. Experience quick and easy checkout. Let's get you on your way. Shell Food Mart, where you'll find great food and friendly.
Fall is here, and that means
And welcome back to more of our Gillette Game Plan live here at the Pizza Ranch. Gonna turn that microphone way down. My goodness, we got all the mics going on right now, so I hear the echoes out the wazoo. It's great and love it. But we're here joined with our girl squad with us, and we're gonna go down the line, and you'll say your name, what grade you're in, and what's your what position you play.
My name's Camille Polium. I'm a junior, and I'm our catcher.
I'm Maddie Muffy, and I play third base, and I'm a junior.
I'm Cadence Smith. I'm a junior, and I play wherever she puts me.
I'm Kaden Siminer. I'm a junior, and I also just play wherever Haley feels like she puts me.
Okay, well, at least you guys are being honest in that case. I mean, what's your guys' favorite position to play when she puts you there?
Mine's second.
Outfield.
Second and outfield. Okay, wow, that is like two diverse systems right there and there. That's crazy. Okay, so tell me how you guys think your season's been going on so far.
Who wants to start?
I think we're starting off strong. I want to keep it going.
Yeah, I feel like we're doing really good. Don't want to jinx it, but I think we're gonna do really good this year.
Okay.
I think we have good team chemistry. I think every year we get right to it, and it always goes pretty smoothly.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think we lost a couple valuable seniors, but I mean, most of our girls stepped in and really filled those shoes. So.
Perfect. I love all the great answers. They're fantastic because, I mean, each one of you guys had a different perspective, but it was all good. Everything is good about what you guys have been doing. You're undefeated so far, and as Coach said, there might be a loss coming. I don't know. It's just kind of part of the game, as she said. Hopefully not in postseason, though, right?
Yeah.
That's the big thing. So you guys have the Battle of Gillette coming up this week. It's probably going to be one of the toughest matchups you guys have in this regular season. Thunder Basin's a team that hits hard. You guys have great pitching. You guys hit hard. what do you guys need to do to keep your mindset into the game on the Battle of Gillette coming up on Friday?
I think we just got to stay locked in and make sure we're doing our jobs on the field and just really focus hard on practice this week just to make sure we're ready.
I think when those games come around, we get really emotional and people get irritated easily. I think we just need to not get nervous and just play it like we usually do.
Okay.
That's one thing about us is if someone, messes up, we pick each other up. I think we're ready for it. We're always ready.
You're always ready. I love it.
Yeah, I think we always come in prepared, but I think we need to lock down this week and get more valuable reps and just stay down ready for this game.
Okay, perfect. So what do you guys do during practice that has getting you guys up to the power that you've been able to use in your bats? I mean, is there any certain flavor of technique you guys use to kind of get going?
We do a lot of live. We do live at least once a week.
We really focus on batting a lot throughout the week, probably more than most teams do, and I think that really helps us.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely hitting off Sadie. One of the best pitchers in the state. That prepares us for hard teams.
And one thing we do that I think is nice, we'll set up our tees and you can do your own drills to improve on yourself instead of general drills that every team does. You can kind of personalize that a little bit so you can tune up your swing. Okay,
so now this is the big question. You guys said you guys are hitting off Sadie. Has anybody of y'all hit home run on Sadie yet?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. How did it feel? Just
Yeah.
another day?
Yeah.
Just another day in paradise? You're just like, yes, got it. That's awesome.
It felt good.
That's.
Yeah,
Sadie
she
said,
told me to go get
your
my.
ball.
Yeah, she was a little mad.
Is it the only home run she's given up against you guys?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, just you. Wow, it was just right in the sweet spot, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, you got to tell me about your catcher's gear. Where did you get it? It's solid catcher's gear.
Yeah. My dad got it for me. Me and my dad always send each other new gear that comes out, new catcher's gloves, and I sent it to my dad. And he was just we'll see. And my shin guards are getting pretty torn up because I catch a lot, so I have to get new gear quite often. So I sent it to my dad, and he's like, we'll see. And he he was like, hey, I bought you that catcher's gear you sent me, and I was like, oh, sweet. And then it came in, and I tried it on, and I felt it's awesome. I love it.
It's the gold vibes.
Yeah, it's all flashy. Yeah,
it's crazy. I was the first time I saw you come out with it, I was just I'm never gonna forget her name. Right there catching is just quick and easy. Now, when you're out in the field, I don't know where you're at, but catching, oh, yeah, there's Camille right there.
Yeah, I love my gear. It's awesome.
So how long have you been catching for?
I think since I started playing softball, but I started getting serious with it about 4 years ago.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. How long have you guys been playing?
I'd say this will be my 9th year.
9th year?
9th year.
Wow. Do you also play travel ball and all that too?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
I started off with t-ball, then baseball, and I didn't start playing softball till I was 9.
Okay. How was the switch?
I didn't want to do it at first, but it was nothing bad at all. I actually love softball, and I'm glad I did it.
Yeah.
Don't know where I would be.
Would you be playing baseball?
I don't even.
I don't know where I'd be while playing.
I don't even know any girls that play baseball, so.
Hey, you could break that barrier. You never know.
Be a trend starter?
No? Okay. What about you?
I've been playing comp ball since I was 10, but I grew up around the field, so I've always just kind of fell in love with the sport. So.
Gotcha. So did you guys kind of, you said you've been doing it since you were around 10. Are you the only one that's been playing since around T-ball?
Well, I played T-ball.
You played T-ball? So everyone else played T-ball and all that?
No, I started.
You didn't? Okay.
I started playing when I was 11 and 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ever since I moved out here, I started playing.
Yeah. What does the futures kind of look like? Do you guys want to keep playing softball? Are you done with it? Or what's kind of looking in the future for you guys?
I I definitely want to play in college when I get older. Hopefully I will. I think I will if I stay like grinding and keep doing what I've been doing. I feel like I will get there.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not fully sure what I'm doing, like with the college situation, but I plan to play softball the rest of my high school career.
Perfect.
I'll say if the opportunity arises, I'll for sure take it.
I mean, I'm just going to keep digging, see how high I can climb, but I just know I want to play in college and just, for the last 4 years, just take the joy in the sport.
Gotcha. Well, perfect. I mean, great answers. I love it. And you guys are all juniors, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you guys get another full year of deciding if you want to keep continuing this, and which is always great because you guys get to learn new skills and learn new things. So what is the hardest part, though, about this season than maybe last year's season?
I think probably the shift from being underclassmen to upperclassmen.
Yeah.
We're all pretty, like, goofy and, like, mess around, but, like, now we're more of leaders, and it's, like, trying to, like, manage it. Trying to, like, manage being a leader without being, like, disrespectful to, like, the younger kids, because you know how it feels when you're younger, getting, like, stepped on by older people. Not that that really happened in our program, but...
Yeah.
I'd say all of us are so good at like one spot, but there's 2 of us this year that are good at that spot.
Yeah.
So we all have to compete at practice and, stay competing. And that's pretty tough, as a team, but we can still stay together. So.
Perfect. Yeah. So I'm going to ask this question because the first coaches show we did this, and I found out that everyone's obsessed with pickles. Are you guys obsessed with pickles
I
too?
love pickles. I love pickles.
You love pickles. Are you the one that said, "Hey, I'm going to go get some pickles" when you walked in here? Oh, that was Cadence.
That was
Okay.
Cadence, yeah.
I was like, there was someone that came in. They were like, "Oh, I'm not hungry," and then all of a sudden I heard someone say, "I'm going to get some pickles," and I was just like, "Oh,
yeah.
all
it's
right."
the perfect like mid-game snack because it's like not super heavy.
Yeah.
It's like perfect.
How many pickles do you guys consume in a game?
I think we finish a jar.
Like as a team?
Yeah, if they have a big jar, it's gone.
We finish it. Yeah.
We
finish
when
the
we're
whole
out of
jar.
town, we have a cooler with
like
with
the
pickles?
big jar.
Jumbo pickles.
Yeah.
Big jumbo. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. Like
gone.
they have
Yeah.
to get a new one each and before every game.
Like before we travel. Yeah.
Before you travel, okay. So it at least makes it through the weekend.
Yeah.
We have the 2 games that we play.
Yeah.
The 2. So what happens if you got 4 games? Because you have if you're playing 2 teams, on the same trip, road trip or anything.
Looks like we're packing 2 jars.
You packing 2 jars.
Looks like we're packing 2.
Now, are you guys packing it, or are the coaches packing it for you guys?
One of the team.
Yeah, Sadie Cole's dad.
Yeah.
Sadie Cole's dad.
Yeah, he stocks us with the pickles.
That's awesome. Now, is it just regular dill pickles, or are you like
He gets something new. Like
something new?
Usually we have normal ones, but didn't we have like sweet pickles?
I think we had sweet ones.
He gets both.
Yeah.
No one likes sweet pickles.
No.
No one likes
We didn't
sweet
like
pickles.
we didn't like the sweet ones.
Everyone's just dill pickle,
It was
right?
better than no pickles. Though.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go.
Pickle's
you
a
know,
pickle.
you get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. Remember,
Exactly.
learned that in like pre-K kindergarten around there.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of those little kids still don't know what that means.
Nope.
So unfortunately, but they'll figure it out at some
They'll learn.
point. But okay, so besides softball, is there any other hobbies that you guys like to do?
I have 2 horses and I ride them quite often.
Do you do like rodeo with them, or are you just?
I got them for rodeo, and then I fell in love with softball, and I fell in love with softball, and I continued to softball, but I
Okay.
still ride. I still ride them.
Nice. That's awesome. Were you trying to do like barrel racing, goat tying, and all
Yeah,
that?
one of them was a pole horse, but
Nice.
the other one's retired. She can't be ridden.
Can't do that anymore.
No, not anymore.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's really cool. All right. What about you?
I like reading, camping, and hanging out with like family and friends.
Is there a go-to camping spot?
We try to go somewhere like different every year, but we have gone to the Bighorns a lot. I think it's really pretty up there.
Mm-hmm. Now, is it hard when you're playing, comp softball and like you're trying to travel? Do you also get a camp at those times? Or how does that kind of work in your schedule?
We have brought our camper to softball tournaments.
Yeah.
But also you get like a month and a half, like a month after softball season in the summer.
Oh, okay. So that's not too bad. It's not like baseball season going all the way through to August, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Man, I would rather go. I mean, I love calling baseball. That's 80-plus games to call. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll come call your softball games. My goodness. Get a month off. Enjoy life. It'd be great. All right. Cadence, what about you?
I'm a big sport fan. I golf and I might play basketball again next year, maybe.
Mhm.
Also love camping, fishing, anything outside.
Anything outside? What's the biggest fish you've caught? What was that noise?
Sensitive topic for Cadence.
No idea.
No idea? You have caught a fish, though,
Next
right?
question, yes.
Next question. Oh, what about you, Kaden?
I'm also a big sports girl, so I go out for volleyball, I wrestle, but I mean, softball takes up the majority of my time. So when I'm not doing that, I basically just try to stay in shape and do something else.
Now, speaking of wrestling, how did you do this year? Didn't you win something, if I remember right?
No, I got.
No? Okay.
No, this year, not this year. This year I got second at regionals. And
Okay,
then
okay.
fifth at state.
I got second at regional. I didn't win anything. That's a runner-up spot.
Yeah.
That's really good, especially because you gained that experience. How many years have you been wrestling for?
I've been on and off since we moved up here, so about 8 years.
Okay, are you planning on doing it your senior year too?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to have a state championship title for you next year, right?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, see, you get better and better each
Hold
year.
you to it.
We're going to hold you to it.
Gonna watch your games.
Gotta repeat freshman year, but come out on top. So we'll see.
So repeat freshman year, you
But
won.
we have to come out on top. I got second my freshman year.
Oh, second at state though your freshman year. That's impressive.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, but then but you didn't do it your sophomore year?
No, I think I was just too butthurt that I lost at state. So I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm going out for basketball.
I'm going out for basketball. How'd you do in basketball that year?
I did good, yeah.
You did good?
It wasn't as fun, so I went out for wrestling again, but something to do. So.
Yeah. So are you playing basketball anymore, or are you just focusing on wrestling now?
Just wrestling.
Just wrestling now?
Yep.
Okay. That's awesome. I love getting to hear like all the different hobbies and things that you guys get to do. So I'm a little afraid to ask this question because I feel like you're all going to say the same answer. But what is your guys' favorite snack before a game, maybe meal before a game, and favorite drink that you like to have before each and every game?
Oh, I like to go to the gas station and get like a little like pack of fruit snacks and a water, maybe like a little lemonade, Calypso lemonade. I think that's what they're called, Calypso. I think. I don't know, but I like to get a little lemonade, water, and some fruit snacks, and then a game pickle, obviously.
That's why I was afraid to ask.
Pickle, obviously. Can't forget the pickle.
Can't forget about the pickle. What about you, Maddie?
Before the game, maybe like Jimmy John's, but in between the games, a pretzel with cheese.
Okay, so what Jimmy John's sandwich are we getting?
So a number 12, the Beach Club with no tomatoes and no cucumber.
Wait, hold up. No cucumber?
Nope.
Do you like cucumber?
Do I like cucumber?
Uh-huh.
I know where this is going.
Yeah. This is exactly where it's going.
They taste different.
I don't like
Same
cucumbers too, like plain and
watery.
Yeah.
Okay. You do know pickles and cucumbers are the exact same thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I like pickles on my sandwich.
Hey, I load my thing up at Subway. I load it up in pickles. So, yeah, no, pickles are the go-to. I just think it's funny when people are like, oh, I don't like, cucumbers on my sandwich, but they'll eat a whole bunch of pickles. And I'm like, they're the same thing, right? But, no. So then a pretzel with cheese. What are you drinking? Are you just drinking water?
Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. Either water or Gatorade, though, mainly.
Okay. Understandable. All right, Cadence.
I'm thinking like either a banana or a honey stinger. You know what I'm talking about? They're like
No, I don't know what a honey stinger
that's what
is.
they're called.
Yeah, they're like.
What?
I think I know what you're talking about.
And then a Red Bull. I'm not the type to eat very much before a game or in between.
So what kind of Red Bull are we getting?
Coconut berry. What's the one? Wait, what's that one? The blue one called?
The June berry?
Iced vanilla berry.
Oh,
Ice vanilla berry. Interesting.
The new
Tastes
white.
like what?
Wait, Cadence, the new white one?
The new blue one?
Oh.
Ice vanilla berry.
I don't think I've tried that one. I like the blueberry. Blueberry's my favorite.
That's
Interesting.
the only one I don't like.
Bro, blueberry's the best, but no one ever has. No one ever has it.
Watermelon was my favorite one.
See, I can't get on the watermelon one.
Yeah. Watermelon was one of mine. Okay, go back to this honey stinger. What in the world is a honey stinger?
So, it's like.
It's like an energy, like, waffle.
Yeah, it looks like.
It's
like tiny, like skinny waffles, and in the middle of it is honey.
Huh.
It's like crispy. I have one in my truck right now.
Isn't it like an energy thing?
Yeah, it's kind of energy.
an energy thing.
It's kind of like a cookie.
It's really good. It doesn't.
Man, they're coming up with some weird things these days.
They've been around.
I've never had one. How long have they been around? Probably for a hot minute.
I'm gonna guess. I can gift you mine. I have one.
I could give you one. You probably made up more than I did. Oh, my. Okay, what about you, Kaden?
I can't eat before games. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a nerve thing or something, but I've never been able to eat before games. But I'll definitely get a Red Bull down, iced vanilla berry, and then in between games, I'll usually munch on a pretzel with cheese.
I thought you were going to say a pickle.
That's like an in-game.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
like when you're
mid-game.
in
That's
the game,
mid-game.
that's
There's
when you munch
different.
on your pickle. Like in between games, that's when you can get like a pretzel or a walking taco.
Oh, walking taco.
Okay, now I got a
That's
question. How often do you have to, you're scarfing down your pickle before you're at bat?
You just ask someone to hold it, then you eat it when you get back.
Yeah.
It's more like you strike out and then you need a pickle.
Yeah. It's your little pick-me-up. It's a little pick-me-up when you strike out.
It's your pick-me-up. That's so funny. That's great. Okay, first off, you drink you drink Red Bull, but you don't eat anything with the Red Bull?
No. I do that. It does more when you drink it on an empty stomach. So I mean,
I feel like that would
It's really bad for your stomach.
But I mean, it's worth the risk. It's
It's worth it.
It's worth the risk.
It's worth the heart attack.
Well, I'll take one for you. I'm good. I will always make sure to have something to eat with one of those. So, all right, final question for you guys before we get back with Coach. I mean, you look at this season right now, as we talked about, undefeated right now, and Battle Gillette, Cody coming up this weekend as well. One really big, tough matchup, another team that you guys don't want to overlook because Thunder Basin did it last week, and they lost game 1, 16-1. So when you look at this season and the way everything's been kind of going, what is one word to describe this season so far?
Oh, that's tricky.
You got one?
okay. I'd say passionate.
Okay.
I'm not good with words.
Oh, we all have to pick one.
Oh, yeah? Gotta go down the line. Give me a word. Where's AI when you need it?
Where's ChatGPT? Where's Chat?
Yeah, definitely exciting.
Exciting.
I was gonna say exciting.
There you go.
It's kind of boring. Boring word, sorry.
That was my word. Still my word, Cadence.
I'll give you one.
Buffy, your turn.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, I would say confidence. I think we go into every game pretty confident. We try not to be too cocky though, but I think we're just confident in ourselves and relying on each other, and I think it's really important.
Oh, my turn. Cadence stole my word. I was gonna say exciting. What's another word for exciting?
What's another word?
Huh?
Do you need a word?
Yeah.
Repetition.
I came up with this on my own. Repetition. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I'll give that to you. But I understand why she says repetition because, I mean, the way that you guys have been playing so far and the way that you guys have been able to really repeat everything you guys have been doing from the pitching to the batting to, when you guys need a good squeeze play or something, you guys are butting down that third base, first base line, doing what you guys are told to do. So, yeah, I'd agree with the repetition and all that.
I came up with the word consistent.
Consistent. Okay, there you go. Perfect.
It's like the same word.
Consistency. I mean, hey, you know what? She came up with it, so we're rolling it. But, guys, we appreciate you joining me here on our Gillette Game Plan, and best of luck against Thunder Basin on the Battle of Gillette and Cody. And if I don't get to talk with you throughout the rest of the year, hopefully you'll be back on the show. But if not, best of luck in the rest of it, and can't wait to hopefully get to call another state title game for you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.
Once again, we'll be back here aboard the Gillette Game Plan. Coach Haley Gray coming back to wrap things up. We'll be back after this.
Are you nervous about visiting the dentist? At Bighorn Dental Clinic, we understand and we've got you covered with safe and effective IV sedation. Relax and let us take care of your smile while you stay calm and comfortable. Bighorn Dental Clinic, professional service, personalized care.
Looking for a way to straighten your smile without the hassle of traditional braces? At Bighorn Dental Clinic, we're proud to offer Invisalign, the clear, comfortable, and effective solution to straightening your teeth. BighornDental.com.
Looking to control access to your property? Trust GateTech, your premier access control partner. With over 20 years of experience, GateTech offers custom-designed automated gates for sale or rent, backed by long-term service agreements. Whether it's industrial, commercial, or residential, we build systems that fit your needs and your budget. From simple remote entry to systems you can control from anywhere in the world, we've got you covered. Call 307-939-GATE or email gatetech@westernserviceswi.com.
Around here, the work starts early, and we wouldn't have it any other way. From lush green lawns in the summer to reliable snow removal in the winter, we're here year-round to keep your property looking its best.
At Strands Lawn Care, we take pride in every property we touch. From backyards to business fronts, it's about more than landscaping for us. It's about helping our community look its best.
We're your neighbors. We shop at the same stores, our kids go to the same schools, and we treat every property like they're our own.
Because at the end of the day, this isn't just where we work, it's where we live.
Strands Lawn Care. Local people, lasting results.
Save locally at Trends Furniture.
They give a better deal on better quality. And sell at a better price. They give a better deal on better quality. So good, you gotta say them twice.
The Mattress Center at Trends Furniture is a place you can shop in peace. Our non-commissioned sales team is here to provide outstanding service to get you a better deal on a new mattress or adjustable base to help you feel rested and energized. Trends Furniture offers payment plans on major brands like Beauty Rest mattresses. To get the best prices and a great night's sleep tonight, visit locally owned Trends Furniture at 408 South Douglas Highway.
Listen up, folks. It's Kelly from TNT Guns and Ammo, where we've got more gear than a tackle box at a fishing convention. Oh, wait, we're not a fishing store. But whether you're prepping for hunting season or just like the smell of gunpowder in the morning, we've got you covered. Guns, ammo, reloading equipment, you bet. And don't forget our shooting range. It's open to the public and a perfect place to dial in before your big hunt. So grab your buddies, your boots, and your best aim and come see us today at TNT Guns and Ammo. We're 5 miles east of Wyandotte on Highway 51, and we're worth the drive.
And welcome back here with more of our Gillette Game Plan live here at the Pizza Ranch. And joining us right now to wrap things up, we've got Coach Haley Gray with us. And Coach, first off, I mean, are you're a big pickle lover too, right? You know, in the
I
dugout.
Like pickles.
You eat pickles every strikeout too, right? You know, when you get into the dugout.
I don't do that. But I do bring a jar of pickles for pickle practice once a year.
For pickle practice.
Yeah.
I love it. It's awesome. But, you know, we got to kind of learn a lot about just about these juniors. I mean, the resilience and the leadership, that they've kind of had to learn going into, from last year as a lower classman now to an upperclassman. What are some things that you've kind of seen that maybe have kind of shifted?
Well, kind of like how Maddie Muffy had said, she had, they're working into that leadership role this year, and there is only 3 seniors. So we did lose a lot of leaders in our senior class last year. So, and the 3 seniors are doing an amazing job, doing a really good job. But the juniors are also very good leaders on our team. So I think they take pride in that and have been really good. We have a really big freshman class that came in. So, they're all kind of just taking them under their wing, and it's cool to see.
And then, we've already talked a little bit about some of the freshmen, especially on the pitching staff with Mercedes and Avea. And, I mean, even you talked about in your JV squad, multiple of them can come in at any point in time. So the one big thing that I think I've kind of, seen from this team is, we talked about repetition right there at the very end. It kind of feels like that's the groove that they've been kind of riding on right now. Repetition and consistency.
Yep, I would agree. They're very consistent. That Sheridan game that we were down and we came back, that was, looking back at that, that's really tough to do in a timed game. I don't know how we did that.
I still don't know how y'all did that. I'm going to be honest.
That is so tough to do. But, I looked at him in the dugout, and I'm like, just one at-bat at a time, let's don't focus on all of it right now. Just focus on, every pitch and one at-bat at a time. And they just grinded and pulled it out. And so I think there's a lot of fight in this group. And that was really good for them to see that – they can bounce back. And the sticks are contagious, so you start hitting well, and it's so contagious. It's a game changer. So I don't think they're really worried about, like I said, they're not a cocky group, but I think they're pretty confident in anyone that they see, and they know that as long as they put the bat on the ball, and do their job in the field, and that we've also got pitching that's going to see us through. So it's – I'm really excited about this group. I knew, every year it seems like we have some really, really strong players, but then it's just not as consistent. And this year I feel like every year we just keep getting more consistent. And I feel like this year is we're very consistent in the field and at the plate. So that's really awesome.
All right, so we're at the halfway point, getting close after the Battle of Gillette after this week. What would be a rating if you were to rate how your coaching and your coaching staff has been so far this year at this halfway point, or even how the team's been playing? What would you end up rating it?
I'd say 8, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. There's always room to improve. I'm always a student learning as I go too as a coach, and our coaching staff, we have a great coaching staff. We all get along really well and have kind of the same goals for the girls, and so I've been really blessed with good assistants, which makes a world of difference. So I'd say there's definitely room to improve though. Some of our practices, sometimes they just get, I don't know, like girls start checking out, and, and I'm like, oh.
Well, they're thinking about prom,
They're thinking about prom and a big test they got coming up, or graduation, and, just all the things. So like I said, always room to improve. We've, defensively, we definitely got some things we got to work on. Base running, there's some base running errors that we're still doing, and I'm like, girls, we should know this, but it just happens, and so
it's in the moment type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we have lots of things we need to improve on, but so we just keep working at it.
All right, final question for you before we get you out of here. What is your goals for the week? What do you got going?
Week, my goal for this week was just to really lock in, and we try to really focus on the teams that we're playing that week, and just kind of watching some film and get into an idea of what we'll be seeing. We've played Cody a million times and Thunder a million times throughout the years. Even a lot of the kids, I mean, even travel ball.
Right.
You know, so Cody's been our opponent since my daughters were in 10U.
Wow.
You know, but every year it's different in high school. So, you know, just kind of focusing on what are their strengths, what are their shortcomings, and, you know, I don't like to focus too much on the other team. I always tell the girls the only team we need to really worry about is our own, but it's also we also want to see what we're up against. So, and try to find any flaws that they might have and build on that. So, that's kind of our focus this week, and just you know, we always need to practice like we're playing, you know, the strongest team ever, like this week. So,
Absolutely. Well, Coach, as always, we appreciate you for joining us and being on here with the Gillette Game Plan. And hopefully, you know, we'll be back on our normal schedule, which is going to be every 2 weeks. So not next week, but the following week we'll be back. And then once it gets to regional state, we're going to go boom, boom. Like we're not gonna wait 2 weeks just to wait for, you know, a state coaches show. We're going to have a regionals and state back to back on those times. So if you're up for it, you know.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
No, thank you for having us. We enjoy this, and I think the girls really look forward to it, and they think it's fun. So
I love it.
they
Yeah.
like it.
We're going to try and get more of those post-game interviews and stuff going on. You can find everything on Horseman Broadcasting and Entertainment, Basin Sports Network, on our YouTube page. It's not on YouTube yet due to not knowing my Gmail password for that. So, and hey, you know, life happens. But once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in here. This has been the Gillette Game Plan, the Campbell County edition. Thunder Basin's Coaches Show going to be coming up here in about 3-ish minutes. As we'll be back here with more of the Gillette Game Plan live here at the Pizza Ranch. Thanks for tuning in here to the Campbell County edition. And welcome back here with our Gillette Game Plan live here at the Pizza Ranch. Moving on to the Lady Bolts softball edition here. Joining us now is head coach Doug Cox with us. And Coach, I mean, tell me just a little bit about kind of how your guys' season is going.
Yeah, so we haven't talked much since, I guess, the very beginning. And
yeah,
so we went down to Cheyenne and went 3-1. Then turned around, split with Sheridan, and beat Worland in 2. And then Kelly Walsh, we went to Cody and Jackson this weekend, split with Cody, forgot to get off the bus the first game, got run ruled, didn't play very well. Really top to bottom, didn't pitch well from the start. And, compounded it with some errors in the field and got run ruled by Cody. And come back in the second game, played well. And went over to Jackson the next day, played one, then got rained out the second one. So
I was wondering, I never saw the, and I meant to message you to see if they, what happened on that. So I didn't realize it was a rain out.
Yeah, it was, and maybe we could have waited it out. It was lightning and
that's also a long drive.
Raining, and that's kind of the thing. How late on Saturday night? I mean, it's already we were already getting home late, and it's a beautiful drive over there, and obviously a beautiful place to play, and that was fun. The girls got to take a lot of pictures out the bus window of some elk and
that's
some
cool
stuff next to the highway, and the Tetons as we drove in is pretty cool this time of year, and so the girls enjoyed that. But we were just going to have to sit there. We were in lightning delay to start with, and then they were trying to make some decisions, and let's see if that game's needed. We could end up still needing to play that game.
Right.
And so depending on how things go with the rest of our year, and so we may have to make that game up eventually, but kind of got a plan for that too.
So would you have to go back to Jackson?
No, Jackson's actually, if the only reason we would need to play that game is if there's some sort of tiebreaker needed.
Okay.
For regional tournament. And since regional tournament is in Gillette, they're going to come. If we need to play it, we're just going to play it that Thursday night before.
Okay.
Regionals. So they're going to come here Thursday. They got to come up here Thursday anyway.
Yeah.
And so we'll just play it Thursday night when they get here, and so it worked out kind of good for both of us. We could get out of there, and their coach and AD were really good to work with over there, and kind of made a plan, and we just thought it was best to get us on the road and or wait till 5 o'clock to play it.
And then you're getting almost at like 1, 2 in the morning.
By the time you eat dinner, you're leaving there at 8. And, and so
that's a hard drive.
It wasn't, and the bus ride wasn't so bad. I mean, the girls were pretty quiet for a while after the game, and then they kind of were, having some fun on the bus, and it gets quiet for a while. And,
Did you get some good naps in?
I don't sleep well on the bus.
You don't sleep well on the bus?
No, I don't really sleep well on the bus, but I got a little bit of a nap. But I don't really sleep too much on the bus. So
absolutely. Okay, so first off, I mean, the Cody game, the first game, I felt that I me and Chance Bond, who is our he's the sports director up in our Cody station. We were kind of talking, and he goes for Cody. I'm obviously for Gillette, call those games, and so. It was it's kind of interesting, like the viewpoints and everything, but also. That Cody team, whenever somebody, I'm not going to say overlooks, but in that drive, just trying to get to Cody and the long 4 hours, getting up early in the morning, because I'm not sure what time you guys even left.
Yeah,
but I bet it was
we didn't leave till 8.
Yeah,
and so it wasn't even that early, but we just didn't show up and compete, right?
Yeah.
And, I mean, that happens. They're high school age girls, and,
But you also have to remember, they finished in third last year at the regional.
Yeah, no, Cody's not a slouch. I'm good friends with Ron, their coach, and he coaches them up hard, and they competed hard. They were loud. Their dugout. When you get a couple hits, it just gets, they started out the game with some hits, and they just kept rolling with it, right? And we couldn't get the train stopped.
Yeah.
And as a coaching staff, we should have went away from Cammie early and then had to come back to her if we needed to. We just hung with her for way too long, and that's just a coaching mistake on our part. And should have went away from her early and then come back to her. But we wanted to see, could she fight through it? Could she make her adjustments she needed to make? And she just struggled, and should have helped her out there a little bit, and we didn't. That's not a very good on the coaching side there.
But you live and you learn. Those are just some things that, you kind of learn before you head into postseason and that stuff. So you guys have a test coming up against yourselves as well. I mean, the Battle of Gillette going to be coming up on Friday. And, I mean, Campbell County's undefeated. They're still trying to keep that record alive. And, you guys are trying to keep your solid conference record and keep, not get another loss, keep it at 10-3, or obviously get higher than 10-3. But what do you guys need to do to, try and disrupt Campbell County's flow a little bit?
Like we talk to the girls all the time. We just have a standard that we have to play to.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about beating the Camels. It's not necessarily about those things. As far as the girls go, I mean, their job's not to look at standings and look at that. That's his job as coaches,
Right, absolutely.
Their job's to play to a standard. And if we play to our standard, play our game, we'll make that Campbell County game very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do the same thing, they'll make it competitive, and so we just have to focus on our standard. We got to make the plays we're supposed to make, pitch correctly. When the ball gets hit, we got to make plays defensively behind our pitchers. And if we do that, swing at strikes, make Cole throw strikes.
Mm-hmm.
And we hit strikes really well. We get in trouble when we start chasing the ball around the zone and don't make pitchers throw strikes. So if we make those guys make Cole throw strikes, we'll hit the ball, make it a game,
and I mean, you talk about hitting the ball. You guys are averaging .516 as a team. I mean, that's a very high batting average, especially, I think it's one of the highest here in the state. I mean, especially with everyone that, batting-wise has kind of struggled a little bit. But you guys, even the struggles, it doesn't feel like you guys are struggling because you guys find the at-bats, find the hits. Is there anything in practice that really helps you guys to kind of be in that preparation mode?
We just focus basics in practice. We're not, that's all we try to do. Hit the ball where it's pitched. If it's an outside, take it to right field. We only have one left-hander, but, take it the other way if it's outside. If it's inside, turn on it and drive it. And, don't do nothing complicated. We really like hard line drives, hard ground balls. We're not looking for great power numbers necessarily, which this team has very, very much bought into. When we score the ball, we hit the ball gap to gap, hard on the ground, hard line drives. We'll take doubles all day long over pop outs trying to hit home runs. And so this team overall has really, really bought into that, and it's been really, really fun to coach on the hitting side because we don't have girls looking to hit home runs.
Yeah.
We have girls looking to drive the ball hard, advance their teammates, and play the game the right way. And like I said, these girls have really, really bought into that.
You talk about not wanting, looking at hitting home runs. We have Shelby Kennedy who went 3 for 3 in home run land, and Cody in game 2. 2-run jacks all 3 times too.
Yeah, I don't even know why they pitched to her the third time.
They changed pitchers too.
Yeah.
That was kind of the crazy part. I'm sitting over here. I'm like, there's a runner on, sitting over here. It's just like, okay, it's a 1-1 count. New pitcher comes in, throws one right down Broadway, nails it over again. I'm sitting over here. I was just like, why did they even pitch that? Just walk her.
Yeah,
at this point.
I wouldn't have pitched to her.
No.
I just, someday when a girl's having that day, and it could be anybody, right? You may go after one and pitch to them the second time. By the time that they hit another one, it's their day, and we're not going to go back to them the third time, And so, yeah, I don't know why they pitched her. I'm really glad she works her butt off every day, and she's one of the kids that's in every day all winter long. She attended the most open gyms out of any kid. She comes to all the pitching and catching. She comes to the hitting open gyms, and so I'm really happy when a kid like that, gets the success of a day like that, because it's not going to happen very often.
No, and it was really cool because that was the first time I've ever gotten to call anything like that, and I kind of forgot how to talk about it because it was just it was something astonishing that is so impressive that you have that power, but you're not trying to swing that power. You're just trying to drive the softball.
And every one of them was not a pop fly home run. Every one
of
them
they were line drives
was a
out
driven
of
home
there.
run.
Yeah.
And the ball she hit Oppo into the right field gap was a shot.
It was.
And so, like I said, when she hit that one, I dang sure wouldn't have went to the second time because they were not mistakes. I mean, they weren't oopsie home runs.
No,
I mean,
they were
hard
full
driven
blown
home
of
runs. Yep.
Yeah. And so that was pretty impressive.
And the third one,
crazy.
she didn't even get that clean right off the bat. She didn't even get all of it.
No,
And
she did not.
And
after the last two I saw, I knew
yeah,
she didn't
yeah,
get all of it.
She didn't get all of the third one and still got out. So
that was crazy. But I mean, but that's kind of the success that you guys have been able to have, especially if fielding one day is kind of having some rough spots, then your batting comes in and it's really saved you, because then you go back and you look at the game against Kelly Walsh, right? You guys had a close game against them, and then in game 2, you guys fight all the way back just to win that thing, and it became a big batting presence.
It's funny because, I don't think you go up and down our lineup, and there's not it's really hard to pitch to us.
Mm-hmm.
And, I feel top to bottom, 1 through 9. And, even this weekend we brought a freshman up to pinch hit some, and she did a really good job. And we, substitute some other girls in and get them at bats, and they do a good job.
Yeah.
And so, top to bottom, we're disciplined, or we try to be disciplined. For the most part, we are, and we have been this year, and make the pitcher throw strikes, and then we hit strikes. And so when the girls buy into that, it works.
Yeah.
So,
is there anything from this year, from last year, that is kind of changed?
Oh, I just like the competitiveness of the team, top to bottom.
Okay.
Is better. And these girls want to win, find ways to win. They make in-game adjustments. You can just see it even in practice. We don't have 2 bad practices usually in a row. What's today? Tuesday. Yesterday we kind of started off practice a little bit ho-hum. So, some throwing errors and throwing drills and stuff like that. And we talked to the girls about it after practice. Hey, you can't start a practice ho-hum. You've got to start it competitively, and so tonight was good. And even last night they turned it around, shortly, but the point is that's what happened in Cody, right? We kind of start ho-hum, and Cody jumps on us, and now we're in a fist fight, right? And we couldn't get back on top. So,
yeah, and Cody, the last game they won, they did the exact same thing. I think it was to Kelly Walsh, and they scored 9 runs in that first inning, and they were able to come away with the win.
They had a big inning tonight against Natrona too. So, that they hammered Natrona pretty good in game 1 tonight too. So.
Yeah, so as I've kind of said, this is, a team that finished really well in the regional last year, and it's a team that's going to keep figuring out ways, and as soon as they get everything figured out, it's going to be a very dangerous team to especially go up against, and you don't want to face them in the regional, I would think.
No, they're going to be the top 1 or 2 team in that quad over there when they come to regionals. Like I said, they split with Kelly Walsh. And I think those are the top 2 teams, it looks like, right now in that quad. And like I said, Cody's going to be hard to beat. They play disciplined, and they have some girls that can hit the ball. So
absolutely. Okay, well, speaking of girls that can hit the ball, we've got 3 of them with us today. So who do we have?
We brought Shelby, because she's kind of the star of our team right now. We brought Shelby and Bella Call, who hasn't got to play yet this year. She's been on the disabled list, but hopefully we hear good news tomorrow.
Yeah.
And hopefully she can kind of get back at it and get in kind of some softball shape and start helping the team other than being a professional stat keeper.
No one come take stats from me.
Yeah. And Tatum Tui, who is a sophomore that has just really, really solidified our outfield for us. And so, yeah, she's a girl that kind of started the year probably on JV, and then through practice and drills and stuff, just showed that she really belonged on the varsity and really solidified an outfield spot for us. She can really reads the ball well and has a good arm in the outfield. So.
Well, perfect. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. When we come on back, we are going to be talking with these lovely ladies. When we come back, you're at the Pizza Ranch live here with the Gillette Game Plan.
Navigating through the medical imaging maze can feel like a never-ending puzzle with draining costs and agonizing waiting times. But when it comes to your health, quick and accurate diagnoses are a must-have, and that's where we come in. I'm Cassie from BlackRock Advanced Medical Imaging. We know how crucial your well-being is, and our team pledges to offer our patients top-notch care without any hassle. Let us be your sidekick on this journey. Call us today at 682-8228 or stop in at 620 4J Court, and together we'll take the reins back on your health.
At TCRI Energy Services, we know success starts with setting goals and working hard to reach them. That's why we're proud to support the athletes of Campbell County as they chase their dreams this season. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, dedication and teamwork make all the difference. From all of us at TCRI Energy Services, good luck, athletes. Keep pushing forward, stay focused, and remember, every goal achieved is a step towards success.
Fisher Sand and Gravel has you covered for all your projects from large to small, commercial and residential, with 2 locations, the State Line Quarry in Beulah and the Newcastle Quarry. Competitive pricing serving the area with over 50 years, with great product, knowledge, and service. Call them at 605-642-5760 and see them online at FisherIND.com.
Looking to control access to your property? Trust GateTech, your premier access control partner. With over 20 years of experience, GateTech offers custom-designed automated gates for sale or rent, backed by long-term service agreements. Whether it's industrial, commercial, or residential, we build systems that fit your needs and your budget. From simple remote entry to systems you can control from anywhere in the world, we've got you covered. Call 307-939-GATE or email gatetech@westernserviceswi.com.
Looking for exceptional dental care? Powder River Dental is here for you. We are a dedicated team that is committed to creating healthy, beautiful smiles. Whether it is a routine checkup, more involved dental treatments, Invisalign, or implants, our friendly professionals ensure you and your family leave with a smile. Visit us today and discover why Powder River Dental is a trusted choice in your community. Call us at 682-6655 or 682-6771 to schedule your appointment. Come visit the good guys and a gal where our patients are family.
Craving pizza, chicken, and all your favorites in one place? Round up the crew and head to Pizza Ranch. Dig into our legendary buffet, fresh pizzas, crispy chicken, hearty sides, and our famous cactus bread.
Hooray!
After you fill your plate, hit the Fun Zone Arcade, packed with games for all ages and loads of prizes. Great food, great fun, all in one place. That's the Pizza Ranch way. Pizza Ranch, right on in. Saddle up, eat well. 1000 West 2nd Street, next to Thunder Basin 4.
And welcome back here with more of the Gillette Game Plan live here at the Pizza Ranch. Chase Horsley here alongside with us, the gal of ladies here with us. I should say the three amigas. Is that how we should go with it? But go ahead, tell me your guys' first names and then what positions you play.
I'm Bella and I play pitcher.
I'm Tatum, and I play outfield, left field.
I'm Shelby, and I play catcher and first, but mostly first.
Yeah, and Shelby's the one that nailed those 3-for-3 home runs. So on that far side right there. Okay, we're going to start with you in that case, since we just tired of talking about that. When you're up there, one, you've already hit the first one. So you're probably like, okay, hey, you go up there a second time. Now I'm just going to try to get a base hit in that case. Then the third time you come up and you're just like, what were the thoughts? Were you trying to go 3-for-3? Were you just trying to get a base hit? What was the thought process?
Honestly, I was just really excited we were winning, to be honest.
Oh.
And I was like, literally, I was not even, like, the first two, again, wasn't even trying. I was literally trying to pass that because I think we needed more runs and to prove to Cody that we we are not a run rule team. Like, we do not get run ruled very easy. And I think by the third one, it's just funny. Like, one of my other teammates, Tegan, she's like, make a statement. And I was like, okay, well, we'll see how that goes. So she pitched it right down the middle. Again, not sure why she did that. And that was really a dumb idea. And I hit it. And again, like Doug said, didn't even get full barrel on that. So
Yeah, no, that was definitely not even full barrel. The other two, my goodness gracious. I was waiting to see that ball keep flying. I mean, that's how hard it was hit. Has that ever happened? Have you ever gone 3 for 3 from home run land?
Never.
Never?
I didn't. I think I hit my first ever home run in 1st of March. I just started hitting home runs.
You just started hitting home runs,
Yes.
and you went 3 for 3 with two, like, and it wasn't even just like solo shots. You're sitting over here, the exact same people on base, and you hit a 2-run shot every single time. That's crazy.
I have no explanation.
I don't know how you would. That's pretty impressive. So are we going to see more of that?
I think so. I hope with not even hope. With Camels, we're going to see something. It'll either be from me or from somebody else, but we got to show Camels the same thing we showed Cody.
Absolutely. Okay, so, Bella, we're going to move into you because, as Coach said, you've been kind of on the disabled list, as he puts it. I would go injured reserve, but he went disabled list, so we'll just go with that. So, I mean, how hard is it to, know that you want to be out there pitching and really kind of help this team out in certain ways? Have you had to really kind of like step back a moment and just realize, be like, okay, hey, I'm almost off of this thing, and then I can come and help?
It is definitely a roadblock, and I would say that it's mainly mentally that you have to like really focus on like other things to do, like schoolwork or like literally anything else, because you being injured and not being able to like play and help your team like you want to be able to is definitely hard, and it was definitely a roadblock for me, but I'm very excited to be out there against Camels as my first game, and then being able to go on from the season, even though I'm starting late.
So you're back. You hopefully.
I get released tomorrow.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, where's my applause button? There it is. Oh, there we go. She's back, y'all. So there we go. That's awesome. So I bet you're pretty excited for that. So this injury, I heard it was like, did it come from basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah? What kind of happened? Was it just...
I was pushing off my foot while doing defensive shuffle while we were playing Sheridan, and it was our home game, and I heard a pop in my foot, and I was going to try to play it off, but then I just couldn't do it.
Okay, yeah, that was... Was that a varsity or JV game?
A JV.
JV, okay. I was going to say, yeah, I saw it. No, I didn't, because I just saw the varsity game. But, no, that's crazy. And then the fact that you're back... Now, are you going to give up basketball because of that, or are you going to keep playing basketball?
I'm very stuck on it right now. I'm, like, at the point where I'm, like, I want to still do basketball, but I'm not for sure because I don't want it to happen again.
Okay, understandable. All right, and then we've got... Tatum, who is the JV superstar apparently over here. So, I mean, how does it feel being on the varsity squad and actually controlling the outfield?
It's awesome. I'm super grateful for the opportunity. It's lots of fun. The girls on varsity are incredible to play with. Super sweet, very welcoming, and anytime you have questions or anything, they are the first ones to help you out. So it's great to be up there.
So how long have you been playing softball for?
4 years?
4 years?
Maybe.
Do you just eat and breathe softball every single day, and that's how you jumped up to varsity?
I mean, I guess in between that and running, yeah.
And running? Wait,
yeah.
So are you a track star, cross-country star?
Both, yeah.
Oh, you're both. Oh, okay. So what's the best place you've gotten in a meet?
I don't know. Probably, I think, third I placed one time.
Okay.
Nice.
So what in the world made you want to go play softball after running cross-country and track still?
I love it. The people I play with, they're amazing. Okay. It's hard to not play with them. They're great.
That's awesome. No, that's really cool. I ran cross-country back in the day, and that was a lot of fun. I love running.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it now, but I love running still. But no, that's really cool. So, what's the coolest area? Like, so have you just done it high school cross country? Did you do middle school cross country?
I did middle school, 8th grade year, and then all through high school I've done it so far.
Okay, and all through high school. What's the coolest track or coolest meet you've ran at?
Simplot.
Simplot.
Simplot Idaho Games, yeah.
Because that's like in the Idaho Dome, isn't it?
Yep.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Even out of cross country too? Like,
yeah.
Wow. Okay. I would have think there were some pretty beautiful places to go run around for cross country.
Spearfish is really pretty too. That's
Spearfish
one of my
is?
favorites, yeah.
Okay. One of my favorite races, I did a mud race.
Oh.
And it was a lot of fun. Went through water and everything. Best race of all time. And then Oklahoma State did one there. And, yeah, didn't place well in that one because I was kind of looking at the scenery. I was like, ooh, bird type of thing. So, perfect. Well, awesome. Well, I'm glad we got to get to know you guys a little bit. Let's kind of talk some more about this squad because obviously this year it's a little bit different from, previous years. And you guys are actually coming off of not on a state championship run. This is your team. You guys get to decide what kind of goes down. This is your legacy. You're not having to live off another team's legacy coming in. What have you guys been able to really to prove this year so far?
Do you want to go?
I think this year we are really strong in like our friendships and communication. I think we all talk really well on the field, especially in practice. Games, I think we're really good about it. So I think that's a big thing this year is I feel we work really well together. We mash well.
I agree. Yeah, for sure. I think last year there was a lot of, especially during regionals, like I wasn't on varsity yet. I was just I was just a tag along for like a extra runner, or if we were run ruling, then I could hit every once in a while. But I could just tell there was a lot of very weird tension. Like,
okay.
It was very odd. Like in the dugout, like right now it's very at ease. Like you could, like she said earlier, like you can go up and ask anything, and they will, answer questions and pick you up if you make a mistake or anything else. But last year, no, it was very, 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 very tense. And I did not like that.
For all of regional games, or was it out of everything?
I think it was. You could sense it a lot in the last one that we lost, but it was there all season, I think.
Okay.
Just waiting to blow up.
Gotcha.
I feel like everything that they said is so true because, I feel like everybody has strong friendships. There's, a huge group. We're all together, and we aren't just our separate groups like we were last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the time that I got to swing up last year for JV my freshman year, for varsity my freshman year, I was a part of, I think I stuck with Cammie a lot of the time, and I'm very grateful that she was there for me. And I feel like just a lot of people, had their separate groups and weren't, really communicating to each other.
So you think this year the team chemistry is, beyond anything of what last year's was?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's always a good thing to see that, you see one year and you're just like, okay, hey, that was not it. That's why we didn't get to where we wanted to be. And then now this year it's like, oh, hey, chemistry's nice. It's all fun. Do you guys have, any fun traditions that you guys have created?
Ooh, the prayer circle.
That's what I was going to say.
Prayer circle. Okay.
So before every game, unless we forget for some reason, or the coaches are already telling us to go. But usually first game, we circle up, and usually Cammie or Alex prays over us, and then we, say clap, clap, thunder, and we go out. So
Say what?
just a clap, clap, thunder.
Clap, clap, thunder.
Or
Okay.
bolts. Wait. Not bolts. Hey. Hold on. Bolts. That was
Just got to remember this cheer, y'all. Oh, goodness. No, that's really cool. I like that. I love, I'm a very big religious nut as well. And so I love it when, I get to see teams that, start a tradition of, hey, here's a prayer circle. Because, we're not just playing for ourselves, but you're playing for the higher power and all that too. So it helps. Yep. It's awesome. Sure. So, all right, what are some fun hobbies that you guys like to do?
Bella, you go first.
I like to hang out with my family a lot. I'm very big on family and friends, and
I like to go to church and youth. That's like probably one of my main hobbies that I do outside of softball.
Okay. Love it.
I really enjoy hiking and like outdoor stuff. My family and friends and my faith are super close to me, so those are the main things I like.
I play 2 types of guitar. So I play electric and I play acoustic guitar. So I like practicing, playing guitar, both of them, and then I love reading, whether it be the Bible or just any other books that people have recommended to me.
We were talking about her being a superstar over here on the batting realm. Now she's a superstar with the guitar.
That's subjective again, but
I mean,
I'm working on it.
So next time you're coming here, you're gonna play us a song, right?
Doubtful.
Doubtful?
Doubtful.
What about a few chords? What about a few
I'm
chords?
not good.
Yeah, I'm not either, but
I don't know. We'll see. I'll try.
you'll try?
Yeah, if they'll let me bring it in here. Pizza Ranch. I think I'm smuggling something in here.
I can get you to bring it in here, trust me.
All right. Okay, I'll try.
Guys, we're going to have a concert then in 2 weeks. So if you guys want to come out to the Pizza Ranch, Shelby's going to be singing and playing the guitar. So, yeah, but hey, we have fun here. That's the whole point of this, getting to learn about you, but also talk some softball as well. But as we kind of said, Campbell County coming up with the Battle of Gillette this weekend. Obviously, they're undefeated this year. They've been playing some really good softball. They had a tough matchup against Sheridan and somehow came back from 13 and won the thing in a time limit game. It was very crazy. When you look at how they've been playing, and I know Coach really says that, you guys focus on yourselves. This is your team. You guys focus on it, and you play, you're playing yourself, playing that. But what are things that you guys are doing this week to get you prepared to play, an undefeated Campbell County team and to really kind of push this next half of the season?
Why are you guys looking at me? That's my question.
Because you're the superstar. Come on.
I don't have all the answers.
Phone a friend, please.
I think throughout practice, a big thing is going over like different plays, and I think communication we've really worked on a lot this week, and just kind of working together, trying out different things, and just seeing what we can do and our strengths, I guess.
Okay.
I feel like we've definitely worked on a lot of fielding in our batting, like getting the outside pitches, and also working on just like getting our fielding down and our catching in the outfield down, and our pitching. We definitely have worked on that a lot this week.
Okay.
It's just all around, I feel like, just in general, because you can always get better. You're never at the top, so even if we do beat Camels in both games, we still, like Doug said, we have a standard that we play to, and whether that, I think we definitely have a higher standard that we can use to beat Camels. We do not need to play down to anybody's level, so we can always be better. We've been getting really good. Our practices have been really good so far, and yeah, I think we're plenty prepared to play.
Okay, so I got an interesting question for you guys, okay? Would you rather have, only being able to hit home runs just for one game, or would you rather be able to play small ball the rest of the time and get one run, ever so inning?
I would definitely say play small ball.
Okay.
Because only being able to hit one home run isn't going to do an eternity for you. If you're playing small ball, then you'll be able to make a difference in the game throughout every single game.
Okay.
I'm going to agree. I think small ball would be better. I mean, there's just more you can do. You can run around bases, try and play that game. Home runs, I mean, they're cool, but they're not everything.
I agree, even though
she nailed 3 home runs.
I personally think that bunts can be cooler than home runs in some
Dude, bunts are awesome. I love small ball.
I can't remember. I think it was last year. I was on JV, and one of the teammates that I have now, she's like one of my best friends. Her name's Raya. She hit, she put a bunt down, and it had the weirdest spin on it. It rolled foul and came back.
That's so cool.
That had better reaction than any home run I've ever seen being hit.
It's crazy when you put down the most beautiful bunt. Everyone jumps out of their seat. You hit a home run, everyone jumps out of their seat for a moment, and they're like, "Dude, that was cool." You lay a good bunt down, people are talking about it for weeks. especially if you win the game at that point too.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Okay, what is your pregame meal, pregame drink that you have before each and every game?
This was funny because we were actually talking about this at practice.
We literally guessed this
I read y'all's minds. That's what I do.
Oh my word, that's hilarious. Okay, you go. We're just gonna go down the line.
I probably say that my pregame meal is probably like a snack or like a sandwich. I like to eat sandwiches before a game. And then I like to drink. This is really bad for you, but I like to drink a Red Bull before the game.
You and every other softball player I know. Goodness gracious. Okay, you said sandwich. Are we just eating like ham and cheese? Are we eating turkey and cheese? What kind of sandwich are we vibing with?
I usually get ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese?
Yeah.
You add lettuce, tomato, pickle, all that stuff?
Sometimes lettuce.
Sometimes lettuce.
Yeah.
So we're a ham, cheese, lettuce girly.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Oh, you're a Red Bull girly too.
Yeah.
Any flavor?
Coconut or like the Juneberry.
Okay. Haven't had either of those. They sound weird. All right. What about you, Tom?
I don't really know pre-game. I guess I'll go breakfast. I love.
I love it.
I really like eating an egg or like a breakfast burrito with an English muffin that has everything bagel seasoning on top of it.
Okay. Now, are you just eating egg inside of the bagel and burrito, or are you just eating the egg separate? And if you're doing that, are you doing scrambled, sunny side up, over easy? How are you cooking the egg?
I'll just eat the egg by itself, and I cook it like fully cooked, no yolk.
Like no mush.
What? No yolk? What is that? Murder the egg. That's what I would go.
The egg. That's
Like, do you scramble it up? Do you?
I crack it in the pan, and I break the yolk, and then let it cook fully. And then I flip it over and cook the other side.
No, that's not over easy. What is that?
Annihilation.
I mean, yeah, I would agree with that. Man, I'll come up with it. I know what it is, but I can't think of it right now. If you're in the chat right now on Horseman Broadcasting, if you know it, and text it.
Pressing questions.
I know.
Doug or anybody that values nutrition is not going to like this. I don't eat. I do not eat at all.
Wait,
I do not eat.
You don't eat? Like, please say you don't eat before
I
a
don't
game.
eat before a game. No,
okay.
no, I don't eat at all.
Well, you just started the conversation. We're not going to like this. I
Yeah.
don't eat.
Yeah, I don't eat at all.
That's-
Before a game, or usually not even after a game. I've always done it. If I do, it's like I feel like I'm gonna throw up, so I just don't.
Not even after?
No.
So when everyone goes to team dinner after the game, you're just sitting there.
I eat, but I feel sick afterwards.
You feel sick after. So what are you eating the day before?
Oh gosh, usually what my dad makes, because my dad's a terrific cook. He's absolutely amazing. He needs to open a restaurant.
What's the best thing he's cooked?
Oh my gosh.
Then I need to try.
Oh, okay. I don't know if that narrows the options or what. Probably his homemade mac and cheese, because he puts panko breadcrumbs on top and onion rings. So
that sounds really,
it is
really good.
Amazing. It is the most delicious thing you'll ever have. So that was pretty good.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Man, I love me a good mac and cheese, but that sounds so good. So,
Yeah.
my goodness. All right. Well, we're getting down to the final questions for you guys. So far this year, you've had your ups, you've had your downs. You guys are 10-3 overall this season. What are some of the biggest leadership aspects you guys have learned throughout this year so far?
That's a good question. Gosh dang. I was not expecting deep questions, to be honest.
I think
Not gonna lie.
a big leadership thing that we are really good about is picking up our teammates. Like if something goes wrong on the field, I think we're really good. If they come in the dugout, we're all on top of it. We help them out. We tell them something they might need to hear, maybe don't, but we talk to them and we don't ever leave anyone by themselves.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
That's what we got. Okay,
Well,
perfect.
Also, just like all being like we're all just like really like positive towards each other, kind of like what
Okay.
Tatum's saying. But like we don't like get upset. Like, I mean, yes, we do have our moments, but like we don't like go and take them out on each other. We don't like go and be rude to somebody because they missed a throw or they missed a grounder because maybe they didn't move their feet enough or just like they couldn't get to the ball. That like we don't get upset at them.
Okay, awesome. Well, because we had a that was yes, and you know I love the great answers, but we got to get one more in there. We got to make sure everyone answers the question. Okay, so think about this: you're your younger self, right? You know, you're playing softball, you're going through school. Now you know you're being a leader. What's one thing that you would tell your younger self that maybe you know you weren't so great at one point playing softball, or maybe you weren't so good at being a leader in this case? What is one thing that you would tell your younger self?
I think like a main thing is everything happens for a reason. I think is like a huge thing. Like I think when I was, because I started softball when I was 12. I think the huge thing was I tried to force things to happen, whether it be, I'm very introverted, so I don't like talking to a whole bunch of people I don't know. So I had to train myself to learn that, like not forcing stuff and just learning that, especially when we're talking about like religion, like God has got you. He's he knows what's going to happen and what you're going to do, and so you just need to, follow him and take the ride. And I think, I didn't think of that long enough. I don't think when I started softball.
Okay.
So I think that would be the thing I would tell myself.
I think I'd tell myself to, like, if I bobble a ball and, like, I don't make the play, just don't get down on yourself. Don't, like, sit on that play. Just 3 seconds and move on. It's going to be okay.
I don't know what I would tell my younger self because of how young I started.
Yeah.
I feel like the main one would probably be pitching because I struggled with it a lot and I probably still do a lot, but I've gotten a lot better. So I guess like what Shelby said is like everything happens for a reason and that like this injury happened for a reason.
Absolutely.
And so yeah.
And you're going to come back stronger.
Yeah.
Stronger for it. So, well, perfect. Well, we appreciate you guys joining me once again here on the Gillette Game Plan, and hopefully I get to talk with you guys again throughout the rest of the year, and hopefully you're not too shy to come do post-game interviews. Never know, but in that. Right. So, but we appreciate you guys as always, and best of luck this weekend against the Battle of Gillette. It's going to be a great one, and then best of luck for the rest of the year. And as always, we'll have the call 106.7 The Legend, BasitsRadio.com, and also streaming on Horseman Broadcasting and Entertainment. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, we'll be back here with Doug Cox to wrap this show up. We'll be back after this.
Navigating through the medical imaging maze can feel like a never-ending puzzle with draining costs and agonizing waiting times. But when it comes to your health, quick and accurate diagnoses are a must-have, and that's where we come in. I'm Cassie from BlackRock Advanced Medical Imaging. We know how crucial your well-being is, and our team pledges to offer our patients top-notch care without any hassle. Let us be your sidekick on this journey. Call us today at 682-8228 or stop in at 620 4J Court, and together we'll take the reins back on your health.
At TCRI Energy Services, we know success starts with setting goals and working hard to reach them. That's why we're proud to support the athletes of Campbell County as they chase their dreams this season. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, dedication and teamwork make all the difference. From all of us at TCRI Energy Services, good luck, athletes. Keep pushing forward, stay focused, and remember, every goal achieved is a step towards success.
Fisher Sand and Gravel has you covered for all your projects, from large to small, commercial and residential, with 2 locations, the State Line Quarry in Beulah and the Newcastle Quarry. Competitive pricing serving the area with over 50 years, with great product, knowledge, and service. Call them at 605-642-5760 and see them online at FisherIND.com.
Looking to control access to your property? Trust GateTech, your premier access control partner. With over 20 years of experience, GateTech offers custom-designed automated gates for sale or rent, backed by long-term service agreements. Whether it's industrial, commercial, or residential, we build systems that fit your needs and your budget. From simple remote entry to systems you can control from anywhere in the world, we've got you covered. Call 307-939-GATE or email gatetech@westernserviceswi.com.
Well, welcome back to more of the Gillette Game Plan live here at the Pizza Ranch. And to wrap things up here, we've got head coach Doug Cox with us. And, Coach, do you ever slam your eggs down and just murder them like that?
Nope.
No?
I cook them the other way. I cook them lightly.
Lightly? Yeah. Be nice to the eggs.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's going to be your
I'm an
food.
over easy guy, or scrambled, but mostly over easy.
I'm sunny side up. You know, I like seeing the bright side of things. You know, it's great. But we had someone that said it's over hard eggs is what it's called.
That makes sense.
I would call it annihilation, as you would say. I mean, that's what the new term should be. So, what did you kind of learn from these girls? Really, kind of preparation coming up for the Battle of Gillette and for the rest of the year.
Well, I think like no different than this week than the last group of girls we brought in the first week. They're just a really fun group of girls to be around. They're focused. They're competitive. They play the right way. They play for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And so, as a coach, that's all we ask for. We're not going to win every game. You know, you can't think that you will win every game. You can compete in every game.
Correct.
And like we want to compete to our standard. And that's all we ask. And whether that standard will win most of the games we play, some games will get beat. And we just learn from those and try to keep just raising our standard and making that work. And these girls buy into that, and they're just a fun group. I tell them every day, not every day is a great practice. And yesterday I had to get after them a little bit. We had a little running to do a little bit, and just for a little lack of focus. But they just get after it, and they don't complain about it. They know what the standard is, and what happens when the standard's not met. But they don't get down about it. They go get after it and compete, and they're just really, really fun to coach this year.
So Bella Call, looks like hopefully she's going to be cleared tomorrow, that she'll be able to get to pitch against Campbell County and be available for the rest of the year. What are you kind of looking forward most? I mean, you've had Cammy, who's pitched really well. We talked about a little bit with, maybe should have switched out, but, it's kind of, now you've added another pitcher. Now you've got three of them that's going to be coming here on the roster.
Yeah, so, Bella's going to have to kind of get into some softball shape. She's been kind of down, and get her arms strong and get her legs strong again. And then we're just going to have to see where she fits in, right? Tegan's done a good job, and Laney's done a good job when we needed her. And obviously Cammy's kind of been our horse we've rode a little bit here, but Bella's going to come in. She has some experience and is a competitive kid, and we're just going to have to see where she fits in.
Yeah, no, and you brought up Tegan. I mean, I hadn't even put that into the words, but I mean, she came out and she came and finished out the Cody game. Obviously, the game was already where it was at that point, but I mean, we've also seen her come in at some other times, and she's pitched really well. That has kept the team in it, and then all of a sudden, Cammy comes in to finish things out once again, but. It kind of feels like, when we're talking pitching, because in softball, you got to have the pitchers to really kind of win games if you want to win those games. It feels like that's kind of the rotation. It kind of feels like it's going to end up going.
Yeah. Tegan's done a really good job. Tegan doesn't have a lot of velocity. She does a good job of hitting her spots, the pitches we call. In the spots we call them, we know she's going to get hit. She doesn't have the velocity to just blow it by people. And so we just got to play defense behind her. In the games where we have played defense behind her, she's been very effective. Yeah. And so we just have to, when Tegan's pitching, we just have to kind of hit spots, and hopefully we get weak contact and, weak fly balls that we can make plays behind her. And she's done a really good job of that. So.
Yeah, and then it's not just been just those people. I mean, or I'd say those players, not those people, but those players. We've had Kayana Roosh, who's played really well, Maddie Means, who she's had some really good hits, but obviously as a catcher, she's been playing well. We also saw Davinia out in left field make some pretty good plays out against Cody in the past couple times. So it just kind of feels like defensively, this team is kind of set up in a good position for a good run.
Yeah, the last couple of years, Kayana's played outfield, and she's done a good job for us, and just kind of moving some things around this year. We played her at second, and she just really, really took to that. And we didn't imagine her at second this year. At the beginning of the year, it just she always practices at second. And when we do infield work, that's where she practices at. And I think she's kind of took to it and made that her own, and she's done an extremely good job. We hit her in the 9 spot, and in our lineup, just her contact percentage is really, really well. She can play small ball really well, so we get lots of options to roll our lineup over. When you kind of look through our stats, and when your leadoff hitter in Maddie Means has a good number of RBIs, that means our 8 and 9 hole hitters are doing their job. So we always say that the 9-hole hitter is our second best contact hitter on the team, and Kayana has done just an extremely good job of being that player.
Absolutely. Okay, well, before we kind of get you out of here, we've got a couple last questions for you. Leadership-wise, what are some of the big leadership things you've seen from this team?
It's kind of funny because going into the season, this team, there's not like a leader.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like, the seniors, they kind of do some things. But the one thing that I don't know if it's like who it is, but the girls have already talked about it. Like they play for each other. Like they can get after each other a little bit, but they do it with grace, and they do it because they care about each other.
Right.
Nobody takes it personal. They're trying to help each other out. They build each other up and make each other comfortable, even when, everybody knows when they make a mistake, it's a struggle, and they try to build each other up. And I don't know, we don't have one leader in that department. We just have a lot of kids that care about each other and want to see the best for each other. And so that just comes out in every player. It's not just one player. And that's got to be from every player. When we're talking about our team chemistry and the difference that the girls talked about from last year to this year, it's a significant difference about how they care about each other, and they care more about each other than they do themselves. And but a lot of that does come from our seniors too. I think just it's their personalities. They're very caring people, and that invites, Tatum's a sophomore. We brought her up after maybe week 1 onto the varsity, and I think she's been welcomed a lot. Bella, she's been, professional statistician so far this year. She's got Ben's lingo down to down, from helping him with the pitch charting and all that stuff. And the girls just make her feel welcome. And she's obviously struggles at times with not being able to help the team the way she wants to help the team.
Right.
And hopefully, tomorrow goes good for her and she kind of gets back to that. And it's a loving, caring team that care about each other. So
yeah. And I mean, you mentioned it, obviously being a professional statistician, the big part about her actually doing that. And these are some of the biggest takeaways you can take away whenever you are injured. You learned so much about the game that you didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
From pitch charts to pitch locations to what needs to be thrown here, what needs to be there. You learned so much when you're injured.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's like she said, as much as she would love to be out there helping the team or, over the course of the first half of this year, everything happens for a reason. Maybe her body just needed a break. Who knows,
Yeah.
And so, she has the injury. The thing about her injury was if it didn't happen in basketball, it probably would have happened in softball.
Yeah.
And, so it happened early. We didn't get her for the whole year, but we're going to get her for the last half of the year. And so, as much as we didn't want it to happen, probably better in basketball than at the start of softball, where she would have missed the whole season. Then, gets her push foot, and you put that much pressure on that push foot where, and that's kind of a stress fracture injury. It wasn't a contact injury. It probably would have happened in softball if it didn't happen in basketball. So
absolutely. Okay. We got last two questions for you. This first one is, how would you rate the season so far?
I think we're doing a lot of good things, I really do, the couple times, the 3 losses, Cody kind of put it to us a little bit, but a lot of our own undoing. I don't want to take anything away from Cody because they hit the crap out of the ball.
Yes, they did.
But, like Laramie, we kind of beat ourselves, and kind of our losses, I feel like we kind of beat ourselves a little bit. And you can always fix that. When you think you play really well and still get beat, that's a tough pill to swallow because now you just ain't good enough to win it, And so I think like when we talk about playing to our standard, I think, we just keep playing to our standard and some good things are going to happen to this team. So, I'm just happy with the way that we're moving.
Absolutely. All right. Final question. What are your goals for this week?
I don't know if you've heard yet. It doesn't look like we're going to play Friday night with the weather the way it is. I don't know if Haley talked about it or not previously earlier in the show, but it looks like probably going to play it next week, and, me and Ben aren't huge outcome-based coaches. We're process coaches, and we've talked about that a little bit before. But we're focusing on our process of becoming better softball players. Our job is to get these girls a skill set that they can go achieve their goal of winning. And so we're more focused on getting our skill sets up, and so the girls can go achieve their goals of winning games.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we appreciate your time as always. And, we talked a little bit about it, but do you have any inkling of what day it might be if it does get rescheduled?
It sounds like maybe Monday. The weather looks good Monday. The nice thing is we can kind of play this game whenever. It's 2 Gillette schools, and we might as well play it on a good day. Friday's high of 35 and snow, so no use in playing it then.
Oh, come on.
So I think we can kind of play it whenever, So I think early next week, sounds kind of like we're talking to Eric, and he's kind of looking at maybe Monday. It's kind of what we've heard, but they're kind of waiting to see kind of what the weather, the way the weather's been in Wyoming, come Thursday, maybe Friday's weather's going to be good.
Yeah.
You never know. So it's kind of stuck to around that high of 35 with some snow and rain in the afternoon. So, but you never know with the weather in Wyoming, right?
Absolutely not.
You don't like it, wait 10 minutes, it'll change, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we'll keep you updated on the Basin Sports Network where Horseman Broadcasting Entertainment. If the game does get changed, we will still have the call on that following day of the game being called, or moving it to maybe Monday, the potential time, maybe, who knows when. Just depends on when Mother Nature allows us to play some softball, pretty much.
Yeah, and they have a bunch of other stuff next week. Some white top testing with school. We got some choir concerts. We got track meets that they're all trying to work around, So.
Yeah, I heard prom's next week, too.
Yeah, prom will be the following weekend. Yeah, next weekend, so.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. It's getting very busy, and then before you know it, regionals will be here.
Yeah, when we're reaching the tough part of our season. We're going to get Campbell County here, a couple times within about a 4-week period. And, we're going to get Sheridan again. We're going to get East and Central up here.
Yep.
We get to play them at home this year, so that'll be nice. But, really Wheatland's looking pretty good too, and we get them. So, really our second half of our season is going to really test us and kind of prove out where our skill set lies. And so.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we appreciate your time as always, and we'll be talking with you in the next week or so. Obviously, hopefully we do have a game this weekend. If not, then as we said, we'll be looking either for the early of next week as well. You can find the game on 106.7 The Legend, BasinsRadio.com. You can find it watching live on Horseman Broadcasting Entertainment, also on the Basin Sports Network YouTube. It's where you can also tune into it. You can also go to BasinsRadio.com and just click on live video and watch it there too. So, yeah, 4 different places that you could go to tune into the game. So if you miss it, that's your own fault. So anyways, But once again, thank you so much for tuning in here to the Gillette Game Plan live here at the Pizza Ranch. We will see you guys next time. Next week, we've got our very first Rough Rider baseball coaches show starting off next week at 6:30 to 7:30 live here at the Pizza Ranch as well. Have a good one from Coach Cox to Chase the Horseman Horsley. We will see you guys next time.